So today I take you over the best $600 gaming PC build you can do with the new Ryzen 5 chips. So drop a thumbs up, get subscribed, and all the parts mentioned in this video will be linked to Amazon US in the description below. So with that being said, let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, this is Yusuf here from TECHDROIDS and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today I'm taking you over the best $600 gaming PC build you can do with the new budget lineup of Ryzen 5 CPUs. So Ryzen 5, it's right now not out for sale, but it comes out at April 11th. So this video is a little ahead of time, but I just wanted to do it in advance so that I have more time to cover all the CPUs, because there are like 4 CPUs in this range, and the Ryzen 3 is also coming up very soon. So this is ahead of time, but it will do the job if you want to invest in Ryzen 5. So in terms of performance of this PC, this is a 1080p to 1440p 60 FPS beast. This can get you 1080p medium to max settings in most of the modern AAA titles such as GTA 5, Battlefield 1, Witcher 3, and if any other game that requires a lot of power. And if you're talking about the older games, you can go up to 1440p and 4K in some cases if you are dropping down the settings a little bit, and you're expecting solid 1080p and 1440p 60 FPS performance across the board. So it's a really good PC performance wise. You can do some productivity like some editing, photo editing, rendering, and 3D modeling, and also live streaming is possible on this one. And you can overclock the CPU to get more performance. So with that being said, let's get to the parts that make it all possible for our Ryzen 5 build. For the CPU, we have the AMD RYZEN 5 1500X. So this is the mid-tier CPU in the Ryzen 5 lineup. It's a quad-core clocked at 3.5 GHz, obviously overclockable, and retails for $189. Quad cores, that means it maintains compatibility with most of the AAA games, and its TDP of 65 watts does not take up a lot of power, and comes with its own Spire cooler, or the Stealth cooler to be specific, in this build. So we can overclock using that. And this CPU is a solid 1080p to 1440p beast for $189. To house that, we have the MSI B350M Gaming Pro motherboard, DDR4, HDMI, USB 3, and VR ready, and it also supports overclocking for only $80. It's a super value for money motherboard, and just don't go for anything else. Choose this one if you're into overclocking and want some essential features. So this has all the essential features of the motherboard covered, like DDR4, HDMI, and USB 3, and only costs you $80. So should do the job for our motherboard. Next up, for primary memory, we have 8GB of Kingston HyperX Fury at 2400 MHz. DDR4 should be plenty good in 2017. Retails for only $38, and 8GB is plenty enough for video editing and gaming in 2017. And it's actually low price right now. It's going down in price, so this is the time to pick up this build, because when other CPUs come out, the prices of RAM are going to be really volatile and they're going to be striking up. So 8GB of Kingston HyperX Fury for our RAM. Talking about primary storage, we have 1TB of Western Digital Caviar Blue for our hard drive. It's 7200 RPM, so this is the fastest mainstream kind of hard drives can go. It retails for only $49 and should do the job. And 1TB should be plenty enough to store all your games, media, and all that stuff. And for powering this build, we have the EVGA 500 watt power supply, which is 80+ white certified and only $35 in cost. So it should be able to power this build, as well as leaving you guys some room for future upgradability. If you wanted to add more RAM, more storage, or upgrade any of the parts, you should not worry about the power supply. Next up, for our graphics card, we have the XFX Radeon RX 470, which comes with 4GB of GDDR5 memory with 3 display ports, 1 HDMI and 1 DVI. The 4GB of GDDR5 memory is clocked at 1226 MHz. This is an overclock version of the graphics card for only $189. Super value for money. And all the other 470s are pretty high up in price, whereas XFX is providing you the same performance for lesser of a price. And the fans on this thing are detachable, and it's a really good dual cooler style. graphics card and should do the job for our build. To house everything in this build, I went with a little pricey case, and this can be considered overkill, but we have the Bitphoenix BFC Neo 100 for only 50 bucks. This is a really good looking case and caught my eye when I was looking for the case for this build. And that should wrap it up, guys, for $600 gaming PC build using the Ryzen 5 chips for 2017. Hope you like this video. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you did. Comment down below whatever it is that you want to, and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on uploads. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.